Welcome back to the DFS Special. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the
Unless you got 150 entries and then you're a shark and I don't fuck with you. So
There's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my love. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get shit together with your snowflake. I'm here at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. Just this is what's really gonna help you out.
What's up? What's happening? What's going on? This is your big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we're going to be breaking down a little bit of what happened last night, taking a look at our future four plays, also looking ahead, looking forward to today's monster NBA slate. We've got a nice 12-game slate on deck. It's going to be a good slate. We're going to get a chance to chop it up. Hey, yo, man, bro, tonight, another subpar showing for me on DK. FanDuel, I was good. DraftKings, subpar showing. I'm so glad I played lightly because it wasn't very great for me. It really, and I've been slumping, man. I'm a slump god right now, and I've got to break out of this thing. I've got to take a step back and really zero back in, because my play selection today on DraftKings was just not very good, and there were certain spots where, looking back on it, I know, fucking hindsight is always 20/20. But, I mean, good Lord, man. It was a tough night on DraftKings. FanDuel was pretty decent. I made back most of what I lost on DraftKings on FanDuel, so it was pretty good. But, man, it was, and the night was kind of weird, man. It's like nobody did what they were supposed to do. Like, nobody did what they were supposed to do. Everybody did some shit that you didn't see coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was weird. It was weird. It was very weird. So, let's go ahead. We're going to roll with our regular formatting of the show. We're going to start with our feature four plays of the night. These are the four most talked about, tweeted about guys in the DFS Sweatshop, in the Facebook VIP, and as well as on Twitter. We're going to start with a who dat, scoring all them points over there. Player of the night, Scal Labissiere. The dude went ham, man, at 3K, a stoned ground minimum. He played 28 minutes. 17 and 15, a really nice double-double, especially for a guy priced at 3K. Didn't do shit else. Didn't hit a three, didn't an assist, didn't get a steal or a block, none of the other shit. He just scored and got rebounds, and it was nice. So if you had Scal Labissiere, I'm sure you had him at very low ownership because he went completely overlooked. I mean, all day long, I was on, either you were on Zebo or you were on Willie Cauley-Stein. I didn't love Cauley-Stein. I was all in on Zebo. I had Zebo just about every round that I made. But Scal, he overlooked him because he just got called back up from the D League or the G League where he was destroying cats over there. Like, he really showed the Sacramento Kings that he doesn't deserve to even chill in the G League. And he went ham. So at 3K, that was your 3K play today. Who dat, scoring all their points over there. Scal Labissiere. Big shout out to the homie. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the how did I miss that play tonight. And it's going to Devin Booker. And I'm going to tell you how I missed Devin Booker. I missed Devin Booker being cheap. Devin Booker was served up on a platter. He was 9.1. So that meant you knew he was going to be at a fairly low ownership for what he could do. You had to pay up to get him. I really didn't see him hitting value on DraftKings. So I completely faded on DK. I had absolutely no Devin Booker on DraftKings, but I had him 100% on FanDuel because I did enjoy that $1,000 discount that we had on FanDuel. And whenever I play a guy that much on FanDuel, I should have had some exposure on DraftKings. Just some. I had zero Devin Booker, and that is my bad. Tonight, Devin Booker, you are the how the fuck did I miss that play tonight? 42 minutes. He was out there damn near the entire game. 34 points, 5 boards, 7 assists, knocked down 2 3-point shots, also had 3 steals. He had 8 turnovers, bro. And as a young player, man, you've got to clean that up. 8 turnovers. But still, man, a very solid game there from Devin Booker. And next guy I'm going to talk about is the heat check play tonight. And this can only go to one cat. And I'm going to tell you, It doesn't have to be the guy that scored the most points, as you can see, but it's the dude that just gives you the most bang for your buck at a ridiculously low ownership. And I'm talking about Kawhi Leonard. 31 minutes for him, 25 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, 3 3-point shots, 4 steals. He's doing it on the defensive end. A block, obviously no blocks and 3 turnovers. This is the Kawhi game that we've been waiting for. And I'm gonna tell you, I had no exposure. I was waiting one more game. I was gonna wait one more game because I didn't think that on the front end of a back-to-back, he was going to run him out a ton of minutes. Now, if he doesn't play next game, because I guarantee the ownership is going to be up on him next game. Hopefully, he doesn't play on the back-to-back. That means the price won't go up too much because he's not going to be owned at all. Maybe we can get him around 7K once more. But, yo, Kawhi Leonard, heat check play tonight. And it's funny because I never really liked him. A lot of the cats in the sweatshop were on him all day long, saying how much they like Kawhi Leonard. We looked in the optimizer a couple of times. We saw him popping in there. I still was bullish, and I stuck to my guns. I just didn't want to deal with what I just dealt with the night before or the start before, where I had him locked in to pretty much 65% of my lineups, and then he's a scratch and he just doesn't play at all. So I was like, before I fuck with all of that, I'm just gonna play some TJ Warren. I'm gonna play some other guys. So it was cool. It was cool. But we're scrolling on Twitter, and we we count on certain places, or a lot of you count on certain places to get your information. And I cannot impress this upon you enough, okay? Listen, you got to understand, man, this shit is like poker, bro. Like, you're not just playing DFS. This is not just about who knows the most about basketball or who knows the most about football or baseball or any sport. It's not about that, man. This shit is poker, bro. Like, the people that are playing this game at a serious high-stakes level, the people that put $100 in a tournament so they can get you a $3, you know what I mean, and add to their $100, the shark motherfuckers who not only do those cats max into the tournaments, which is fine. I've got no issue with motherfuckers who max into tournaments. We need you. Please, continue. We need you to put as many entries as you can into the tournaments because somebody has to put the money in there for us to take. But the issue that I have with this shit is not only do the people max into the tournaments, they're the same ones that tell us who to play or give us that late-breaking information or just throw shit out there just to fuck you up. Like, there was absolutely no reason for this dude to post this tweet, bro. This dude, so Fantasy Labs NBA, right? And everybody fucks with them. Everybody loves them. Fantasy Labs, oh my God, Labs is so great. Labs. So the dude from Fantasy Labs, he comes on, and about an hour, I think, maybe an hour or two before lock, he jumps in and says, even with a probable tag, think there's a good chance Kawhi sits tonight. He's been playing every other game, and the Spurs want it back-to-back. Kawhi plays and is the best point per dollar player on the slate, damn near, right? So what the fuck was the reasoning for saying that? Is my issue. Like, what was the reasoning for saying that? Like, where did you get this information that it's a good chance he might sit? Because I guarantee you, bro, somebody was moved by this. Somebody shifted on this. Somebody shifted depending on this because a lot of people, bro, they trust these motherfuckers, man. They trust these cats. They have, how many followers do they have? They have a ton of fucking followers. They have followers out the ass. They have thousands of people follow them. And I don't want y'all to be confused. Like, bro, this DFS shit is not a huge, this is a niche fucking pastime. Oh, they blocked me. Okay, I'm blocked. I'm blocked from fantasy. These motherfuckers, I'm blocked. I'm blocked from fantasy. Like, you see it, right? You are blocked from viewing this shit. They blocked me. They blocked me, okay? So that's what these motherfuckers do, bro. That's what they do. They would throw any little monkey wrench in the game to try to throw you off. Jonathan Adams said threw him off. I knew it threw you off. That's what they're counting on. They're counting on throwing people off. And they blocked me. Fuck them. Fucking bitches. Yeah. That's how they do this shit. Because they max entering all the tournaments. They're max entering all the tournaments. And then on top of that, they're telling you who to play or who not to play, or who's injured, or who's in, or who's out. And they don't fucking know. They don't know. And if they did know, they wouldn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? They playing poker, bro. That's the problem. we're playing checkers the right way, but they're playing dirty chess. You know what I'm saying? We're playing the correct checkers, yes, and they're playing dirty chess, and that's why they continue to take so much of our money. 70,000 followers. They have 70,000 followers. So this motherfucker just told 70,000. Yo, there's probably, there might be 150,000 people total that play DFS on any given night. Don't be fooled, man. This shit is a small niche hobby. It's not as big as they want you to think it is. There's maybe a couple of 100,000 people total that play DFS, and 70,000 motherfuckers follow them. You know what I'm saying? 70,000 motherfuckers follow them. So he told 70,000 people, well, there's a good chance that, how the fuck did you even know that? Like, where did that even come from for you to say that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, where did that even enter your mindset from? Tell us that. How did you even come to that conclusion when nobody said that at all? Nobody said that at all. All day long, nobody had said anything about Kawhi. And most people was like, yeah, Kawhi gonna play tonight, but he probably ain't gonna play tomorrow. But you flipped that shit and was like, he's not gonna play tonight against the Knicks, but he's gonna play tomorrow. So it's a back-to-back. Get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, man. I got their ass. They blocked me, bro. Because I was talking to, I was like, yo, like, why would you do that? Why would you say that shit? That's some bitch shit, man. That's what they do, man. That's what they did. They blocked me. So fuck them. All right. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the last play. And that was the heat check play of the night. Not to take anything away from the big homie. Yo, shout out to you. You are the heat check play of the night, Mr. Kawhi Leonard. Now let's talk about that one motherfucker.
Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, little snowflake falling from the sky. Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, falling, 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 falling on my head.
George Hill. George Hill. You snowflake son of a bitch. 4.6 was the... Yo, we heard all day, okay? We heard all day long about how your sorry ass was going to get all the minutes starting that point guard. We heard that all day long. But we did find out that De'Aaron Fox was going to be playing too. Now, with his gimpy ass, we really didn't want to throw all of our eggs into that basket, so some of us jumped out the motherfucking window and played your punk ass at 4.6K. And you went out and you stole that little bit of money from us. You ran off on the plug for a little bit of change. You did something strange for a little piece of change. And tonight, George Hill, with your 60-year-old ass, you's a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass, and we know from here on out, you do not want to play NBA basketball. No, you don't. You don't want to play. You didn't come to play. You had no intention of playing when you laced up your shoes. And for that, you's a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass, and I ain't gonna roster your bitch ass again. Let's get on with the rest of the motherfucking show. Now, let's get it going. So, we've got a monster 12-game slate for today. It's gonna be a really solid one. I am very excited about this one. Yo, let's go. We gotta regroup. We gotta regroup, okay? And yo, fuck the outside noise. Like, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Forget all the outside noise. We don't care. We don't care about the shit they try to do to throw us off. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into our poker mindset. Let's get back into our poker mindset where we hold our cards tight. We look at what the other motherfuckers are doing, look at their poker faces, and then we play our hands according to that. Okay? Because the one thing that we do have to combat that dirty shit that they all do, all the larger sites, the one thing we have to combat that shit is they're telling lies. So as long as they're telling lies, we can find the truth. As long as they're telling the lies, we can look at them and find the truth. All right. So first game on the slate is going to be the Houston Rockets going to Orlando. I kind of want to lace the slate just a little bit, and well, maybe even look at the rest of the week because Thursday is going to suck. I can tell you that right now. Thursday is definitely going to suck. because it's only going to be a 2-game slate there. That's a great day to take off if you don't want to play. But we've got Wednesday. Okay, today. Okay, we got the 12 games here, and you have a couple of natty tellies, man. A couple of national televised games. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers going to Boston. Of course, we know that while Cleveland's going into Boston, we're not going to be seeing those 2 cats that were involved in the trade, man. We're not going to see the big homie from Boston that is injured, Gordon Hayward. We're not going to be seeing the little homie that was injured from Cleveland, who did make a start last night and played fairly decently. We're not going to be seeing Isaiah Thomas. That's going to be the first game. The last televised game of the evening is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Los Angeles Lakers. And you know what time that is. That is fucking Russell Westbrook going back to the crib, an LA guy. That is Paul George wanting to play in Los Angeles and feeling like he is better than all of them cats on the team. So you already know what that is, and we're going to talk about that when we get to those games, okay? So let's go ahead, jump to the slate, chop up the games one by one. We're going to go from a DraftKings point of view. Then I'm going to double back and breeze through FanDuel. That way we can have a look at the pricing discrepancies and see how that's going to help us out. Because you see how Zebo was such a great play for us today on FanDuel? We knew that because the price on DraftKings was at 6.1. He was 5.1 on FanDuel. Got a big discount, and that turned out well. That's how we're going to be doing that, okay? So let's go ahead, chop up the slate. First game we got is going to be the Houston Rockets without James Harden going to Orlando. Now, without James Harden, this, of course, is a completely different team. It is. Now, the makeup of the team is different, but the run and gun style is going to be the same. So I don't want the fact that you're not going to be getting James Harden to make you think that Orlando can last. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Game theory says, is there a reason I can't rewind from the start? That's because you rocking with me one-on-one. You live with me, so you got to roll with me from here on out. I got you. Get in the car. Let's go. All right. So this game could blow. I'm just keeping it real. This game could blow, but we're not in the business to predicting blowouts. But I want you to curb your enthusiasm because it's a 12-game slate. So we got a 221-point total. The Houston Rockets giving up 7.5, going to Orlando. Okay. Aaron Gordon at 7'8". Yes. Elfrid Payton at 6'9". He's going to be seeing Chris Paul defense. Now, I love the fact that you're going to be getting Elfrid Payton under 7K, but I don't love the fact that there's going to be Chris Paul defense involved. He is a very solid on-ball defender and can easily frustrate a guy like Elfrid Payton that doesn't have a set game plan. Like he doesn't have like, oh my God, Elfrid Payton, if he gets in the paint, he can score well, or he's a guy that's really good in pick and roll. He's more of a freestyle kind of a wild player. Like it's really hard to tell how he's going to make his mark on a game. I'm talking about Elfrid Payton. It's hard to tell how he's going to make a mark on the game. And I think that Chris Paul is the type of defender that you've got to know what you're trying to do. You got to have a set game plan. Chris Paul does struggle against pick and roll offenses. That's not what we see here. That's not what we've seen from Elfrid Payton. He's more of a freestyle guy. And the guys wait along the perimeter, wait for him to go crash. They crash on him, and then he kicks out. So he's not going to be able to do that to Chris Paul. He's not going to be able to put the ball on the floor consistently against Chris Paul. Chris Paul is stronger than him. He's going to stay in front of him. He is going to bully him in some ways. So if he's getting this full allotment of minutes, I'm definitely not fucking with Elfrid Payton here. All right? Evan Fournier at 6K. He is interesting to me because I see him matched up with Eric Gordon, so I do like him. Jonathan Simmons at 5'5". I love the fact that we get him so cheap, but I want you to beware because Trevor Ariza is a very solid perimeter defender. So that's somebody that you can definitely look to turn up the defensive intensity on Jonathan Simmons. But he's a very athletic kid, man. He's really good too. So I wouldn't have an issue with playing any combination of these three players. On the other side, Chris Paul is a virtual cash lock. Like everybody in cash is gonna love him. He's getting full minutes. Cash, they're gonna love him. They're definitely gonna love him. All right. 32.7% usage. You're going to see Eric Gordon at 6.8. I like him. I think that Ariza is going to be in play because Jonathan Simmons, Ariza has been playing tons of fucking minutes, bro. Like, Ariza is like the minute man. He may be leading the league in minutes played. This dude, 45, 32, 39, 43, 43, 45. Like, this is crazy how many minutes this dude's been playing. And that's been under different sets of circumstances. When Capella was in, he played a lot of minutes. When Capella was out, played a lot of minutes. But Nene was in. He played a lot of minutes. When Nene was out. Like, it didn't matter. No matter what it was. Right? So, I definitely think that Ariza is going to be in play here. Ryan Anderson, I love to play Ryan Anderson when he's on the road and people are not really checking for him. He's going to be able to hit that three-point shot. So he's going to be in play. And, of course, Clint Capella at 7'4", that price is a little bit up on him. The one thing that he does have going for him is Chris Paul is a guy that will definitely set the table. Like, Chris Paul will set the table and not even look to score as much as James Harden did. So if you like Chris Paul, I really think that you could take a look at Clint Capella as well. I might be paying down some for center because on a 12-game slate, that's where I really want to find my value. I want to find the cheapest double-double I can get. But I definitely think that Clint Capella is a guy that you can consider. The next game we're talking about is going to be the San Antonio Spurs going to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. We've got Ben Simmons priced under 9K at 8.8. Yo, they have figured the dude out. They have figured him out. I'm telling you. The NBA has figured out Ben Simmons. Yo, Ben Simmons and Lonzo Ball are the same motherfucker. I'm telling you. The only problem is Ben Simmons will never be able to shoot well. It's in his head. He knows he can't shoot. He feels like he cannot shoot. And I identify with this because I, too, was a point guard. I played point guard, and I was never able. I just couldn't shoot. I just couldn't shoot. I could get in the lane. I could assist. I could set the tape. I could do all of that. I just could not shoot. And it's not where Lonzo can't shoot, but it's because of his mechanics, and his mechanics can be tweaked. I've seen Ben Simmons perfect mechanics. The ball just doesn't go in. I mean, pull up, beautiful gooseneck release. The last finger that's touching the ball is the middle finger. It's a beautiful release on the shot. It's just not going in because it's in his head. He just can't shoot. The homie was the same way. Jason Kidd was the same way. Beautiful release, just can't shoot. It's in his head. He is the guy who can't shoot, but he masks it well because he gets in the lane. He scores the ball. He has very good court vision, so he's able to dish the ball out once the defense collapses on him. And I think that's why I want to look to some of the other guys around. I'm going to look to J.J. Redick at 5.4 against San Antonio. They're going to need him. I'm going to look at maybe Robert Covington at 5.7 if I need to. I think Joel Embiid being the game time decision. This is tough. This is tough because San Antonio, bro, we might not be seeing Kawhi Leonard because it is a back-to-back. He's still pressed at 6.7. Let's see if any news came out like already. Homie Manny Dale, what's up, big homie? Okay, Leonard total 25 points, 8 rebounds, return to the floor. His minutes have steadily increased. It looks like Leonard is ready to post top in value. Okay, so well, we're gonna see if he plays tomorrow. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But I think Marcus Aldridge 7.6 definitely a guy that's in play. I even like Powell here under 7K if Kawhi Leonard sits. I do like him. Kyle Anderson at 5.3. Definitely think Anderson had 16. Okay, okay. If Kawhi is not playing, yes, definitely Anderson. If Kawhi is not playing, we can use that. We can use that. But remember, man, it's a 12-game slate, so the San Antonio Philly is not a game that you really have to fuck with. Like, you don't really have to fuck with it. The next game we got is a game that I kind of like. The New York Knicks, my New York Knicks, going to Washington to take on the Wizards. And I'm going to tell you, man, I get Kristaps here at 8.2, matched up against Markieff Morris. Yeah. Fuck yeah. This is the Kristaps right here. I like this. I really like Kristaps today. I do. I had to continue to Let's see what he's done against Washington before. 25 and 35 in 2 games last year, playing 29 and 37 minutes. So this is the first time he's seen him so far this year, and I like him. I like Kristaps, man. He's looking pretty Corey right now. Good play. He's in a good spot. We got Bradley Beal at under 8K, probably going to be matched up with Courtney Lee, who's a solid perimeter defender. That's going to push me over to some Otto Porter at 6'6". I think Wall is playable. I do. Gortat at 4.7. Just because he's so cheap, I'm gonna give it a look. But I like Gortat depending on how much I like Wall. When I really love Wall, then I like Gortat. But I mean, Wall is playable, but I'm not like so deeply in love with the play, so it makes me just want to jump on Gortat as well. That's not it. Markieff Morris is cheap at 4.7. We know KP does struggle defensively against power forwards, especially mobile cats. So I think I can take a look at that. You think maybe Porter switches on to KP? Nah, they're going to have Markieff Morris on him, and then they're going to probably bring in, you're probably going to see maybe some Mike Scott or Jason Smith, because Jason Smith is a little bit bigger. He may be out there playing some. And honestly, you might not even see a lot of Martin Gortat in this game. You might even see a lot of Martin Gortat. Just Beal and Porter, Lorenzo Robinson. Okay, cool. I can dig that. Ennis Cantor at 6'2". I'm going to highlight him. Frank Nitti, man, he was dealing with an illness last night. Yeah, he was dealing with an illness last night, so that's probably why we didn't see a very great performance from him. And Michael Beasley at 4.8. Now this could be a quick, high tempo game, man. Dealing with John Wall here, and you got to understand, like the pace of the game is always dictated by the best player on the court, and that's going to be John Wall probably tomorrow. So that's going to be a high paced game, and you got a lot of running. You may see some Michael Beasley off of the bench at 4.8. That could be usable because he's getting 20 minutes anyway. Without anybody being injured or anything like that, he's getting 20 minutes a game. So I definitely think he's going to be usable. Next game we got is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Brooklyn to take on the Nets. First glance, first thing you're going to do is look at this and say, oh, I got to play all the Minnesota guys. But I want you to have a look at some Brooklyn Nets guys too. Okay, I really do, because either Dinwiddie at 6'1" or the homie off of the bench. Oh, Coarse is a game time decision here. That's right. Yeah, he got a pulled groin. Yeah. Okay, LeVert is dealing with a left groin strain and is listed as doubtful for Wednesday. Oh, so no Coarse LeVert. That's good sauce. I should have had the drop. I should have had the drop. Yo, yeah. Y'all might want to fuck with that, man. Y'all might want to fuck with that. I like this.
That's too much sauce.
Stauskas, too much sauce?
That's too much sauce. Protect.
I kind of like that. Nick Stauskas off of the bench, man, 3.4. And what I like about that is, if the game blows out, he's still going to be out there. Like, he's going to get minutes if the game blows out. Or if it stays close, it's probably because players like him were able to get out there and play well. Ty's got hella defense. Fade Spencer. Tyus Jones is a good play, too, as well, too. But, yeah, man. No, Spencer Dinwiddie is too big for Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones is like 5'10" or some shit, man. That dude's small as fuck. He's 6'2". Dinwiddie is what? Dinwiddie is way bigger than that dude, man. Dinwiddie is 6'6". Nah, he can't play Dinwiddie at all. Dinwiddie can roll over that dude, man. He can roll over him. Allen Crabbe, 4.4. I like Crabbe here. I think he is in a solid spot, even though he's probably going to be facing some Jimmy Buckets defense, which has not been that great so far this year. Damari Carroll, he is a game time decision, and rib injury for him. Okay, he's dealing with a sore ribs and considered questionable. I think he should play. Yeah, I think he should play. But I don't like a lot of that, though. Jared Allen is 3.52. That's a real high energy guy coming off of the bench that I did like last time. Don't really love him now. He should start over Tyler Zeller, bro, because Karl-Anthony Towns kind of sucks. Towns kind of sucks. So does that make Tyler Zeller a cheap option? No, because he's not going to get a lot of minutes. They need a real fucking center, bro, or give somebody some minutes, man. I think Jared Allen should be starting here at the center. On the other side, Karl-Anthony Towns, 9.4. That's a big price to pay for Karl-Anthony Towns here, especially when you got so much other shit on the slate. I would be looking at some of the cheaper guys here. You look at Tyus Jones at 5'4". Yes, I can get behind that. Maybe Buckets at 8'6". I think you got to look at Buckets all the time. Like, he's not a guy that you cannot play. Like, that's a guy. Look what Jimmy is doing, bro. 50, 46, 39, 54, 44, 50, 45, 36, 55. Like, the floor is fucking nuts on this kid. He has been killing it. And he's made a decision that he's going to be the lead dog on this team. He's going to be the lead dog on this team. And for that reasoning, I think Jimmy Butler is always in play at 8.6. He's always in play. Wiggins, his game has scoring has spiked recently. 44 in his last start against the Los Angeles Lakers. However, at 6K, 6.1, I don't really love that. Taj Gibson, that can be a really nice double-double for that price point at 6K. I wouldn't have an issue with him. There's kind of no need to play on the bench. Cat lets his teammates take his rebounds all the time. He does, bro. He does. He's very timid. You know what I mean? Very timid. Next game we got is going to be the Detroit Pistons going to Miami to take on the Heat. Now, Hassan Whiteside is 6'6", 6.6K. And he played 29 minutes in his last start. He only had 31 points. But the dude is going to blow at some point. And I really think this could be the spot at the crib against Drummond. They're going to be fighting for rebounds. The only person that I would ever even think that could really battle with Drummond from a rebounding standpoint would be a healthy Hassan Whiteside. And I've got Drummond at 9.1K. And I've got Hassan Whiteside at 6.6. Nobody is there to set the table for Andre Drummond. Goran Dragic is there for Hassan Whiteside. Drummond gives it up. I'm going to have some Whiteside. I am. I'm going to have some White. He's 6.6, bro. This is a dude that has been 10K in some spots. This dude had a quadruple double once, I believe. I mean, it's ridiculous how good we've seen him be at times. So, yeah, he was a consistent 8 to 9K player at certain points during the season last year. So, he's a guy that at 6'6", definitely, you can look to play him here. Goran Dragic at 6'1", I do like that. Joshie Richardson at 6'3", I'm not a big fan of that, but I see why that would be a play. Kelly Olynyk at 5.9. When Hassan Whiteside was out and he was a little hobbled, that's when I liked Kelly Olynyk most. Some of this news is going to depend on what comes from James Johnson. I think James Johnson will play. I really think he's going to play. So let's take a look. He upgraded to questionable for Wednesday's game. Okay, he missed the last 6 of the 7 contests. Okay, cool. He should be into play. You got Wayne Ellington, who at 4.7, who I don't really love a lot. I wouldn't really play him. Dragic and Whiteside will be my 2 favorite plays from this side, from the Miami side. It's only a 196.5 point total. And something I want you to realize about those lower total games, it doesn't mean that the stars won't get theirs. It just means only the stars will get theirs. You know what I mean? It means everybody's probably going to work out their averages, right? And that's why we still can play cats in this lower total game. Tobias Harris at 6'4", I do want to get some exposure there to him. This could be another Tobias day. Okay? I think you got to take a look at this kid today at 6.4. I really do like him. Avery Bradley's a game time decision at 4.7. Yo, he hasn't shown me what I've needed to see so far this season, man. He really hasn't. He hasn't shown me what I've needed to see so far this season. And coming back off of that injury, I'm probably going to have to give that a couple of games, man. Bradley has been sidelined over the past 7 games. Those limited participants in his practice, which apparently went well. More word on his availability should emerge following the team's Wednesday morning shoot-around. Yo, I'm gonna link up with the homie who covers the Detroit Pistons and throws out a little DFS report every day and see what's up with that. See how that looks. Of course, Ish Smith is in play at 5.9, but I'm not gonna have any of them because I don't play point guards. Why would you play? I'm not playing point guards. I'm not against Miami. Yo, Miami's about to turn it up. They're getting Whiteside back. Dragic is turning it around. Had a very decent game out last time. 48 DraftKings points for him was against Orlando. I'm not, and that's another reason why I was talking about Orlando. Just play the point guards against Orlando. But yeah, give me some Tobias Harris here. Maybe. Nah, I don't like the rest of that shit. I'm good. Just give me Tobias Harris. Give me some Dragic. Give me some Whiteside. I'm good with that. Next game we got is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers going to Boston. Cleveland is on the back-to-back. Yo, some of these cats are going to want to go in there and play well, man. And I want you to be real with this, man. Because you got Kyrie at 8.5 defending home court. Last time against Cleveland, I think it was the first game of the season, was it? He dropped 50.5, man, and he meant to do that. He dropped 50 on him, and he meant to do that. So that's gonna, yo. This is a big game for him, man. This is a big game. I think Kyrie is definitely gonna be in play. Al Horford at 7-1. That's a guy that I am feeling. If we saw what Nurkic was able to do against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we look at Al Horford, and the games are similar. Uh, Al Al plays more of a power forward role, but his place on the block is very similar to where Nurkic sets up and what he does from where he's at. So I do think that Al Horford is in play here. Tatum at 5.7, I like that. Jaylen Brown, he is also going to be usable at 5.3. I wouldn't play all of them in a stack, but I would. But I would grab bits and pieces, especially some of the cheaper guys like Jaylen Brown. But I do like Kyrie Irving. On the other side, LeBron James, you know he's going to come to play. He's playing 30, 36, 37 minutes plus per game, so he's definitely going to come to play. Kevin Love at 8K. I think he is a guy that we can definitely use. Dwayne Wade, of course, at 4.7. You know we're not going to be getting any Isaiah Thomas, so you have to worry about Dwayne Wade's minutes. And he showed tonight that even if they give Isaiah Thomas, 15 to 22 minutes off of the bench, you still can count on Dwayne Wade to get his 20-plus minutes, and he's going to play well. So that's a guy that I'm going to be taking a look at as well, and maybe some Jeff Green too. Jay Crowder lit it up today. He is in play. Not for me. Jay Crowder, I don't think you've ever seen him have two good games back to back. Jay Crowder's bad. Jay Crowder's bad. He's so out of the offense. Like I'm not fucking with Jay Crowder. Next game we got is gonna be the Toronto Raptors going to Chicago to take on the Bulls. And I'm gonna be real with you, man. This is a day where I'm saying play Lowry. I'm saying play DeRozan. There's been certain points of the season when we could just stack Toronto, bro. Where we could just stack Toronto, and I think that a Lowry DeRozan stack can really set you off right. Jonas Valanciunas at 4.9 could be usable. I take a look at Jakob Poeltl as well at 4.1. We should be getting the full run from Serge Ibaka. He did have some injury issues last game, but he did end up playing well and finishing that game, so he should be good to go. On the other side, Chris Dunn is under 6K. In Air Canada Center, I don't like to play point guards, but Chicago Bulls at home, Chris Dunn, kind of a bigger point guard, going to be a little tougher for Kyle Lowry to stay in front of. I wouldn't have an issue with playing Chris Dunn under 7K. Marketing 5.7, don't really love that. Justin Holiday, I think he's in play at 5K. Robin Lopez, he's been playing pretty well, man. Kind of surprised me recently. He kind of surprised me recently. That 35 against Portland in overtime was clutch. That was money. That was money. And that was against Nurkic, man. And Jonas Valanciunas is very similar type plays. Chris Dunn, a pit bull on defense. No way on Lowry. Okay. Because he balled out against Portland last time. Shabazz destroyed him, bro. What did you talk about? Shabazz just dropped like 40 on him, on Chris Dunn. Shabazz Napier just dropped like 40 on that dude, man. Denzel Valentine at 4.6. I think that is a usable play as well. Mirotic 6.5. Don't love that. Bobby Portis at 4.6. That's a guy I think I can use as well. Next game we got is going to be the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks. Hey, yo, and I'm telling y'all, stop playing Giannis, bro. Just stop it. The dude is not worth that, man. Stop playing him. 10.6 is too much. Giannis is a 9K player. Giannis is a 9K player. I'm not paying that much for that dude, man. I'm not. And it's going to get even worse when Jabari Parker comes back. Like, I'm not playing that dude. I'm not playing that dude. No. I can't play Giannis here. I can't play Giannis here. Bledsoe at 7.2. Yes, definitely. Against Collison, yes, I can play Bledsoe here. I think Chris Middleton, he is gonna play at 7K. Miles Turner, man, centers against Milwaukee is a thing. I like Miles Turner. I do like Miles Turner. Darren Collison at 6.3 against Eric Bledsoe defense. That's a guy that we can play. Lance Stevenson is now priced at 6.5, so I ain't fucking with that. That's just too much. Vic should be out for this one as well. Corey Joseph at 4K. That's a guy you can look to if you want to get some cheap play off of the bench. And I like the fact that Thad Young is priced at 5.2. Even though, it's going to be tough rebounding with him, Miles Turner, and Giannis, jockeying for position in the paint. And then you got Lance Stevenson who goes down and tries to rebound as well. So give me some Turner, maybe some Collison. But Turner I like the most at 6.9. I think he's the most usable guy from the Indiana Pacers here. You don't like Miles away from home. Let's check out Miles Turner's home road splits and see if there's see what the actual look is to that. Okay, at home last time he had 7 against Minnesota, 31-48 at the crib, 10, 41, 24, 45. Okay, cool. Away, well, okay, he's more steady on the road, but he had more ceiling style games at the crib. So I definitely understand what you're saying. The big homie Lorenzo Robinson is saying there. So we got Bledsoe and Middleton will be my only plays that I like on the Milwaukee side. And like I said, I'm not playing Giannis. He is just priced up too much. Next game we got is going to be the Golden State Warriors going to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. And the first thing I want to see is what Harrison Barnes does against his old team at 6.4. Now, this is not a revenge type game. This is not a revenge game because it's not like, he wanted to stay with Golden State and da-da-da. Nah, the dude won his championship. He wanted to get paid. He knew they couldn't pay everybody. He felt gratitude to the Golden State Warriors, and he went on to make a bunch of money and be on a team that sucked, and he knew what he was doing, so he wasn't upset about it. He just wasn't, okay? So it's not like a revenge-style game. And against Golden State, he's had a couple of decent ones, but he's seen them already twice this year and only put up 29 and 27 in those two performances. So I would take that with a grain of salt. The one thing that you can rest your head on is he's probably going to see a ton of defensive usage from covering Kevin Durant most of the time that Durant's on the floor. So at 6.4, you think he falls into some extra rebounds. He's out there a ton. He's playing 30-plus minutes. I could get behind that if I had to play somebody. I love Dennis Smith Jr. here. Yo, last time out, we was on him. We was on him. And when he had that 54, he dropped a triple-double. We was on him. And I think he's got his bounce. I think he's ready to go. And I give me some DSJ. Because especially if Curry is playing, that dude is one of the worst defenders in the league. So give me some DSJ. I like him at 5.6. JJ Barea off of the bench at 5.1. Looks to be a play that we can definitely get into. You're not going to see much Dirk Nowitzki. They're going to run his ass off of the court. So you're probably going to see a lot more Harrison Barnes. A lot of Maxi Kleber probably going to be out there, which I don't love Kleber at all. But Barea, maybe some Yogi if you want to get jiggy with it. But Dennis Smith Jr. and Harrison Barnes are guys that I really, really like. But I love DSJ here. He's looking kind of Corey already. All right, so we get Kevin Durant under 10K. 9.7 is the price for him. I do think Curry is in play, and he's going to be guarded by Dennis Smith Jr. And that's the one thing that kind of bothers me because I don't want the young rookie to go out there and get 2 quick fouls trying to block jump shots from Steph Curry and not giving Curry the proper room to land. And he splashes threes in his face and then goes to the line to complete 4-point plays. That could very well happen, okay? So I do like Steph Curry here. I hope DSJ doesn't just rely on athleticism and actually thinks the game enough to not, just go for every fake that Steph Curry throws up. So I do like Curry here. Not a big fan of Durant at 9.7. When Curry's back, he's going to get most of the usage in the beginning of the game. So I don't really have to have any Kevin Durant. Plus, Harrison Barnes is not a bad defender. He could slow him down a taste. So Klay Thompson at 6'6", don't really love that one. We got a game time decision tag on Draymond Green, Jaja Pachulia, Andre Iguodala, and Omri Caspi. Let's take a look and see what the story is for Draymond. He is questionable. He tweaked his ankle landing on a teammate's foot during Tuesday's scrimmage. So this happened away from the game. Okay, during the scrimmage. So we need some more information about that as the day goes on. If he does play, I will like him though at 7.3. Yeah, Curry might go ham. Curry might go ham. And at under 9K, he's in play. Definitely. Harrison revenge narrative. It's not. I wouldn't call it that. I wouldn't call it a revenge narrative for Harrison Barnes. I wouldn't because he wasn't upset about it. Like he feel like I got me a championship. Now I'm going to get me some money. And he knew the team he was going to suck. He got a max contract. He ain't mad at all. They didn't get rid of him. He left. took the money. He could have took less money and stayed and won a championship. If anything, he feel like, like they mad with him. They're mad with him for not doing what they did, taking less money and sticking around. So he feel like he got away. He stole something. So he's not. This is not like a revenge narrative. Plus, the game isn't in Golden State. If the game was in Golden State and then some Golden State fans kind of gave him a hard time, and then he wanted to turn up on the fans and play well, then I'd be a little bit more interested. But the game is in Dallas, so it's not really a revenge narrative. Next game we got is going to be the Phoenix Suns going to Denver to take on the Nuggets. This is the Suns, man, coming off a back-to-back. Devin Booker in a better matchup than he was in last night is priced down 8.4, so they must know something that we don't. Jokic is 9K. Has Jokic like made value yet? Yes, at 8.6 he did. Okay, so he's had a couple of decent games. One of them was that overtime joint against Minnesota. What can I say about it, man? He's in play at 9K. I'm not a big fan. I'm going to be paying down at center, but I understand why you might like him. I'm going to have to get some exposure to the guard play here, most notably Gary Harris at 6.3. I do want to play that. I think Jamal Murray at 6.7. While the price is up on him just a touch, I think he is usable. I do like Wilson Chandler at 4.7 as well. I think he can bang on the boards and do pretty well. Game 3 says Greg Monroe could be a thing tonight. Yeah, because Tyson Chandler getting that start, they could put him on the bench and roll Greg Monroe out there. And if that does happen, it could be a solid play. He hasn't had much minutes, though. He hasn't had much minutes over the last few games, but we're going to have to come back and check on that one. Yeah, TJ Warren does look to be in play at 6.4. I think Devin Booker is a guy that's in play. We can attack them at the point guard spot. And look at Tyler Ulis, man. He's 3.7, and this dude's going to have a good game at that price point at some point. He didn't have a horrible game last night. He scored like 19, and then had 21 before that, 13, 23. So I think Tyler Ulis, man, is somebody to look at as a salary-saving option. He's probably like the cheapest starter on the slate. He's probably like the cheapest starter on the slate. So that does you got to take a look at that at some point. That's something to take a look at. And Marcus Chris at 4.6. I don't really love that one. This is an 11-point differential with a 218 total, so be wise about that one. Then we've got the New Orleans Pelicans going to Utah to take on the Jazz. This is a 209.5 point total with DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis both priced under 11K. You'll get AD at 9.9. Wow. 9.9 for AD. Like that is gifting. That is a gift. They must know he's gonna get injured. They must know he's gonna lose a knee fight and be gone like in the first quarter. They've got to know that. It's the only reason why the bait, the bait, the 9.9 bait for Anthony Davis is oozing of a lost knee fight. This is oozing of a knee fight going wrong. Like this dude is so cheap right now. And it's not like the Utah Jazz don't score a lot of points and they don't run. It's not like that. Because all the homie did was slow shit down. Rubio, not Rubio, but the center, man. Rudy Gobert. All Gobert did was slow shit down. That's all he did. So they're running. They've been running. They've been running for a while. And the Pelicans, bro, they kind of suck defensively. They don't try to stop anybody. All they just try to outscore you. They don't try to stop you. They just try to outscore you. And we've seen spots so far this year, man, where Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins have both been able to get their things off because they do all the scoring. They do all the heavy lifting. And they got Rajon Rondo dishing out dimes to all three of these cats, to Drew Holiday, to Anthony Davis, to DeMarcus Cousins. And who the fuck is going to guard him, bro? You put Derek Favors on Boogie, that's 2 quick fouls. You put Derek Favors on Anthony Davis, he's gonna just punish him. So this is woo man, this might be the game, bro. And it's a late joint too. Well, it's at 9 o'clock. This could be the game right here. Drew Holiday, Rondo is in play for me. And if I think the game's gonna get out of hand, maybe Darius Miller at 3.3. The dude is 27 minutes for him. He's been getting usually, so he's been playing a ton. So this could be the game, bro. On the other side, Ricky Rubio is 5.3. I think that's usable. Rajon Rondo can't stop a nosebleed. Donovan Mitchell, man, love that kid. Highest usage of all the starters at 7.3. That's definitely going to be usable. Favors. I'm not playing a big against the Pelicans, bro. This is too easy to get in foul trouble. And it's so funny because let's say Favors is guarding Boogie. Then Boogie having the ball, he'll foul Anthony Davis because Boogie's got the ball, he passes to Anthony Davis, and you run over to try to just get the ball, hit the ball, and you end up fouling Anthony Davis. Like they're too active, bro. They're just too active in the paint, and that's why I can't play a big in this spot. Now, Tabo at 3.9. If by some chance he's starting, I think I can use him. He's very cheap. He does a lot defensively. Like, he does a lot of things. He fills up the stat sheet, so he's somebody that I can definitely use. I'm going to take a look over his last couple of games. 33 and 28 in his last 2 games. Those games against Cleveland and Golden State. So no matter what the circumstances, where both of those were blowouts, he was still getting minutes. So I kind of like that. Okay? Donovan Mitchell had his career high versus the Pelicans. Yes. And it's a short career too, man. He dropped 53 on them bitches in 37 minutes. So that's definitely a guy that I'm going to be considering. Especially the total was 209.5, and it's only a 1.5 point differential where the Jazz are giving up points. They're the home favorite. So I like this game. This could be a nice game. The last game on the slate is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Los Angeles to take on the Lakers. It's very funny because the Lakers have been limiting point guard production. But Russell Westbrook is not a point guard. He is a cyborg killer, okay? And 37.5% usage. He has the ball all the time. He should have the ball all the time because he is clearly the best player on this team, and he doesn't give a fuck. And they're starting to get out of the way. I'm starting to see Steven Adams back away from rebounds so Westbrook can get it and go. We're starting to see that. We saw this a lot last year. And over the last couple of games, that's what we've been seeing. We've been seeing the cats put their hands behind their backs and let Russell Westbrook do a lot. So at 11.7, I know that's a big price on him, but he's definitely going to be a guy in play going back to the crib. I think he's usable. Paul George, 7.6. I kind of like that. He is an LA guy as well and wants to play for the Lakers. Thinks he's better than all those guys on the roster, so I kind of like that. Whenever I love Westbrook, Steven Adams automatically jumps up for me at 6.3. I think he is going to be usable on and of course, the Lakers have nothing they can do at the center spot. Like, the best they can do is throw Julius Randle on the motherfucker, but that ain't enough. That ain't enough. That is not enough. Brandon Ingram at 6.4. This would be a good test for Brandon Ingram here. Have they played them yet? This would be a good test for Brandon Ingram. Yeah, last year, 25. Yo, I kind of like him. I can play Brandon Ingram here. I can. Especially if Kyle Kuzma's out. He's a game-time decision, man, at 6.7. Let's take a look at Kuz. He recently indicated he was unsure if he'll be able to play Wednesday, so this latest update falls in line with that previous report. He was limited to just 18 minutes during Monday's loss to the Timberwolves to avoid an excessive workload on his groin, and the Lakers are now seriously considering holding him out the rest of the injury. Okay, cool, yeah. He might not play. He might not play. And if he doesn't, I'm gonna love Brandon Ingram. I'm gonna really like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at 5.1. Lonzo Ball is a game time decision here as well. Let's check out the news on him. He's been cleared for a return to practice and is listed as questionable for Wednesday's game. So we're gonna get some more information about this. But the funny part is, this is the last game on the slate, so we're probably not gonna know exactly what's going on until lineups have already locked. So a lot of this is gonna be a crapshoot here. This is gonna be a crapshoot. But definitely Westbrook, definitely Steven Adams, and I like Paul George some as well. So let's go check out FanDuel and see if we can just, brush through it and see if there's any pricing discrepancies, things that really jump out to us, because I cannot impress this upon you enough. If a guy is cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings, that is automatic tournament value. Okay? Let's take a look. Clint Capella, 7.7. We got 9.9 for Chris Paul. Those guys are priced up as they should be. Ryan Anderson, 4.3. Aaron Gordon, 8K. Peyton, 8K. Fournier, Simmons, Bismack. You see the trend here? You see that? You see the trend here? San Antonio, Philadelphia. Ben Simmons, 8.6. Damn it. But he's cheaper than he is on DraftKings, so I'm going to take a look at him. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna have a look. I'm just gonna have a look. TJ McConnell, Holmes, blah blah blah. Kawhi is 7.5. Aldridge 8.4. Powell is cheaper at 6K, and we could see Kawhi not play. That's something to look at. Next game is going to be the Knicks, my Knicks, and the Washington Wiz. John Wall is 9.5. And when you see that type of discrepancy, when he's 900 more, generally the players is like, 4 to 700 more from DraftKings to FanDuel. But when a dude is 900 more, like he's 8, I think he's like 8.6 on or 8.7. When a dude is that much more, it kind of makes him a play on the other side. So I like John Wall a little bit more just because of just a little bit more, just a little bit more. I like John Wall a little bit more just for seeing how much he's priced up on FanDuel. Otto Porter 6.9, blah blah. Gortat, bro, 4.1. Oh my god. I like Wall to be okay. So I think Gortat could be like a steal play at center. Ain't Adams and Capella similar players? Not in the least. I wouldn't say Adams is more of a heady, hard-nosed, rough, tough guy, where Capella strictly athleticism. He goes for every head fake. I'm talking about I've seen Clint Capella go for the weakest head fake. If you up fake, he's gonna jump and hit his head on the rim. Like he is strictly athleticism, pick and roll, go up and dunk it, while Adams is a more heady player. Adams is a way more heady player. Way more heady player. Do you see the comments? Yes, of course I see the comments. Yes. All right, so yeah, those are guys that I like. All right, Jarrett Jack, no. Courtney Lee, 5'7". Cantor at 5'9". Blah. Cody Staps, not a big fan of those values. Then we've got Minnesota and Brooklyn. Hollis Jefferson, 7'2". DeMarre Carroll, 5'3". Crab Dinwiddie is 6'5". Salsa's minimum salary at 3.5. Think he's playable again. Adams got grown man. Yeah. Adams is a hoss, bro. He's a hoss. He is. Karl Anthony Towns 9.8. Jimmy Buckets is 9.5. Wiggins cheaper at 5.8. That's something to look at. Taj Gibson the same price at 6K. Devin Ellis, man, what's up, big homie? Good to see you, fam. Then we got Detroit and Miami. This is a FanDuel point of view that we're rolling through just to get a gauge on some of the values we have. Now look at this shit, okay? Look at this. Is overwhelming, bro. Okay, Hassan Whiteside is 8.3 on FanDuel. Generally, players are 400 to 700 more expensive to make up for that extra salary because you got more salary and more spots on FanDuel than you got on DraftKings. I think DraftKings is 50K, 8 spots. FanDuel is 60K, 9 spots, right? So that means that's like saying, hey, if I wanted to make it even, that's like, hey, on your DraftKings lineup, just imagine if I give you one more lineup spot and 10,000 more. You know what I'm saying? Like if I give you on DraftKings right now, from your DraftKings lineup, I give you 10,000 more DraftKings dollars and one more spot. The teams would be a lot better. Like you'll be able to cover more ground. That's what happens on FanDuel. But the only thing is you can only play, 2 of each position with the exception of center. So that's good. That's what when a guy is extremely priced up on FanDuel and he's way cheaper on DraftKings. Like I saw on Whiteside at 6'6", that's almost $2,000 in salary. That means you gotta take a look at Whiteside on DraftKings. You gotta look at Whiteside on DraftKings. He's so much cheaper. Okay? And when a guy is cheaper on FanDuel, that is like that is eye popping. Like you've gotta really pay attention there. So like Tobias Harris, he's 6'4" on DraftKings, he's 6'8" on FanDuel. That's where he's supposed to be. That's not like an insane value. Avery Bradley, he's 6'8" on FanDuel, he's 4.7 on DraftKings. So if he's good to go, that's the huge. He's 2,100 cheaper. Maybe FanDuel is right about this, and he plays like he's 6.8K worth. Well, if you get that on DraftKings at 4.7, and with Avery Bradley, you are stealing. Okay, you are stealing. So look at that. Dragic is 6'5". Okay. Reggie Bullock, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Then we got Cleveland and Boston. where you got LeBron James at 11.5, Love 7.9. And a lot of times when centers are cheaper, it's not something to really go crazy about unless it's a big discrepancy, because you can only play one center. You got one shot, one kill anyway. J.R. Smith, Calderon, Tatum and Brown, those guys are fairly priced, right around where they should be. Kyrie Irving is 9K. Toronto, Chicago. DeRozan is up to 9K. Lowry is 7.9. We got Valanciunas is 5K. No big value there. Chris Dunn, 8K. Marketing is 5.4. He's cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. That is tournament value right there. You get it for him. That is tournament value. Denzel Valentine is 4.4. He's a little bit cheaper. Then we've got Indiana and Milwaukee. Giannis, 11.3. Bledsoe is 7.1. Middleton, 7.3. Miles Turner, 7.3. Collison is 6.1. Dad, no big shakes we got here. No big shakes we got here. No big shakes. Golden State and Dallas, where Harrison Barnes is cheaper. He's 100 cheaper, but I kind of like that anyway. DSJ, a little bit cheaper at 5.5. What's his price? What's DSJ price on take a look. 5.6. Okay, so he's 100 cheaper, and that's still a value. That's still a tournament value right there. It is. To get DSJ at 5.5 on FanDuel, that is a tournament value. Kleber, men's salary. That's somebody I'm going to take a look at because he's minimum salary here. And Dirk is probably going to get run off of the court. That's a huge discount, bro. What's Maxi Kleber on FanDuel? I mean, on DraftKings. See, that might put me on or something. Oh, he's 3. Okay. That's not huge. Okay. On DraftKings, he's 3.5. Okay, cool. On FanDuel, what is it? Okay, that's not huge. Curry is 9.8. Curry's almost 10K. Woo, he's 8.9 on DraftKings. That's a nice value. That is. Then we got Phoenix and Denver. Jokic is 9.9. Gary Harris, 6.7. Jamal Murray is 7.3. Wilson Chandler, 5.1. Marcus Chris, 5K. Tyson Chandler, 4.5, but he's probably not going to be playing a lot. Len is 5.3 off of the bench. You get that. Then we got New Orleans and Utah. Boogie is 12K, and Anthony Davis is 10.9. That makes them values on DraftKings, actually. Drew Holiday is cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. That's a value I'm looking at as well. Rubio, 5.3, same price. That's a value I'm looking at. Favors, Donovan Mitchell is priced up. Ingles, Tabo. Okay. And then the last game is Oklahoma City and the Los Angeles Lakers. And Westbrook is 12.3. Woo! George Mello. Mello's cheaper. That's something to look at. Julius Randle, 6'9", 6'6" for Brandon Ingram. That's a similar price. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is priced up. All right, cool. So and now, yo. Now you understand why I rolled through that. All right. Now you understand why I rolled through that. Because I like to know what's going on from site to site. Okay. So we went in, chopped it up. We've got a really solid, what I feel is a really solid core of plays. If you want to take it a step further with us, man, it's very simple. You can go to the website. It's www.dfssweatshop.com. You go there upon your pay subscription, man. There's two ways to pay. $14.99 monthly subscription. That half a cup of coffee a day, 2 punk ass quarters, locks you in, or $19.99 for the full year, a calendar year. That's every sport that we fuck with. And yo, real quick, I just want to give a special shout out to some of the homies in the shop, man. I really want to give a special shout out to Samuel, I like to drum, Tom Precourt, my big homie, Ronald the Iceman Coley, also, Jeremy Ladd, so many, John G. Yo, these cats, they have been stepping up and doing shows inside the VIP. Like, this shit is like, we have like 3 or 4 shows that cats are doing, coming in, chopping it up, going live, sharing their screens, sharing their process, and that is dope. Like, I ain't seen nobody else do that shit like that, man. Thank y'all so much for your involvement, man. And it's a close group, tight-knit family, and I'm just so appreciative that y'all are in there and y'all helping out, and we're pulling each other with a vision of winning, and that's cool, man. So shout out to all of the DFS Sweatshop members, the YouTube fam. If you want to join us, I already told you how to do that. The number one thing I want y'all to do, man, I want you to go out. I want you to keep it real. I want you to keep it honest. And always, always keep it 300. Peace. We out.